Hi, my name is Mandy Buchanan and I'm the owner of the Go Deeper Bible Studies blog. And in this series of videos we are having a look at the Gospel in the Stars, which is based on this book by E.W. Bullinger, The Witness of the Stars. The zodiac is divided up into 3 heavenly books, each consisting of 4 signs each. And with today's video on Taurus, we go into the final book. In the first book, we saw Jesus' first coming and his death on the cross, and it was focused on Jesus' first coming. The second book was focused more on the church age that we are currently in. And now going into the third book of the zodiac, we see Jesus' second coming and what we have to look forward to as Christians. The sign of Taurus is the sign of a bull rushing, and it means that Jesus is coming as the judge and ruler of the world. Now, in the Dendera zodiac, his name was Isis, which means who saves or delivers, or Apis, meaning the head or chief. The Hebrew name for the sign is Shur, which comes from a root word meaning coming and ruling. There are 141 stars and 2 groups of stars in the sign. The brightest star in Chaldea is called Aldebaran, meaning the leader or governor. The star Beta has an Arabic name called Al-Nath, which we've seen before, means wounded or slain. The cluster of stars known as the Pleiades means the congregation of the judge or the ruler. And another group of stars on the face of the bull is known as the Hyades, which means the congregated. So all these stars point to the fact that Jesus, who was slain and wounded for our transgressions, is going to be coming back to rule and to judge. The second decan in the sign of Taurus is that of Orion, who is the coming prince. So again, we see the picture of Jesus as our coming prince. In the Dendera zodiac, he is known as Hagat, meaning he who triumphs. The name Orion also means coming forth as light, and the ancient Akkadian name was Al-Ana, meaning the light of heaven. So we see that this is Jesus, the light of the world. And Orion was also well known in biblical times, and we do see it mentioned a number of times in the Bible specifically. It's mentioned in Job 9 verse 9 and Job 38 verse 31. The verse I would like to read today is Amos 5 verse 8. In the King James Version. Seek him that maketh the 7 stars and Orion, and turneth the shadow of death into the morning, and maketh the day dark with night, that calleth for the waters of the sea, and poureth them out upon the face of the earth. The Lord is his name. Now, the picture of Orion we see is a man who is the light of the world, and his left foot is on the enemy's head. Around his waist is a glorious girdle, which is Orion's belt, and on this belt is a sword. The hilt of the sword actually shows the head and body of a lamb, and this lamb signifies that Jesus is the Lamb of the world that was slain for the world for the forgiveness of sins. In his right hand he is holding a mighty club, and in his left hand he has the face and skin of a lion which he has slain, and that is the roaring lion who roams around seeking whom he may devour, and that is our enemy. The brightest star in the sign is Betelgeuse, meaning the coming of the branch. And the second brightest star is Rigel or Rigel, meaning the foot that crushes. And as we've seen in previous videos, both of these refer to Jesus. The one refers to him as the branch, and the other one refers to that prophecy in Genesis where his heel will be crushed. Another star is called Bellatrix, which means quickly coming and swiftly destroying. And so again, we see that Jesus is going to be returning quickly, and that he will then punish the wicked and Satan. Other names in the sun which show us who it's referring to are Al-Ghawza, which means the branch, Al-Gabir, the mighty, Al-Murzim, the ruler, Al-Nagjid, the prince, Nifla, the mighty, and Num, the strong. Now, the third decan that we come to is Eridanus, or the river of the judge. And this is a fiery river, a lake of fire. And in the Dendera zodiac, the river is running under Orion's feet, Pet, meaning the mouth of the river. And what this speaks about is the final judgment of the world, where the wicked will be cast into the lake of fire. And we see this river in Daniel 7, verses 9 to 11, and Nahum 1, verses 5 and 6. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence. Yea, the world and all that dwell therein. Who can stand before his indignation, and who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. The last decan in this sign is that of Auriga, the Good Shepherd, and he is seated on the Milky Way, and on his left shoulder he has a she-goat, and in his left hand he is carrying two little kids. Once again, he has a bright star in his right foot called Al-Nath, which we have seen before, pointing to the fact that this shepherd was the one who was wounded and slain for his sheep. In the ancient Dendera zodiac, he is a man carrying a scepter called Thun, meaning scepter or ruler. Now this scepter has the head of a goat, and at the end it finishes off in a cross. Now, we need to realize that in ancient Egypt, the cross was the sign of life. So in this sign, we see that Jesus was slain to rescue his lambs, but that he also came that we may have eternal life. So in this sign as a whole, we've seen that Jesus is our soon and coming ruler and our prince, and that he is the good shepherd, but who will cast the wicked into the lake of fire. So I trust that you've enjoyed today's video, and I look forward to meeting with you again. In the meantime, please feel free to join our Udemy course, where we look at biblical typology in the Old Testament tabernacle, which I will leave a link to in the description below. Thank you, and goodbye.